Jai Gurudev, and thank you for those deep insights. Let's continue our discussion by exploring more about the international scholarly works and research related to Lord Hanuman, especially those that might contribute to understanding the global spiritual landscape. Are there any specific international research studies that delve into Hanuman's influence on contemporary spiritual practices or his portrayal in global popular culture? Yes, there are several interesting studies published in international journals that explore the broader cultural and spiritual significance of Hanuman. What is fascinating is how Hanuman, a figure deeply rooted in Indian spirituality, has found resonance in modern spiritual practices globally. These studies are increasingly focusing on how ancient deities like Hanuman are recontextualized in New Age spirituality, yoga practices, and even in global popular culture. One such study published in a journal on comparative religion looked at how Hanuman is integrated into contemporary yoga practices outside of India. As you know, Hanuman is often invoked in yoga, especially through the posture of Hanumanasana, also known as the splits, which symbolizes Hanuman's great leap across the ocean in the Ramayana. This posture has taken on symbolic meaning in the global yoga community, representing courage, expansion, and devotion. The study explored how modern yoga practitioners, especially in the West, have adopted Hanuman's imagery as a symbol of personal strength and overcoming internal and external challenges. This research highlights the fact that Hanuman is not merely a mythological figure but has been embraced as an archetype of resilience and devotion in the global wellness movement. The study goes on to suggest that in the Western yoga studios and spiritual retreats, Hanuman is often invoked during meditation or in yoga flows as a representation of the aspirational qualities of courage, humility, and divine service. This is particularly seen in workshops and retreats focused on themes like overcoming fear, building confidence, or cultivating selfless service. Another compelling piece of research was published in a journal focused on the intersections of religion and popular culture. The paper analyzed how Hanuman's depiction has evolved in global cinema, comic books, and even animated series. Hanuman's character has appeared in various forms in international media, not just in Indian cinema, in Southeast Asian countries, particularly in Indonesia and Thailand, where the Ramayana remains a cultural staple. Hanuman is portrayed in popular television series and local adaptations of the epic. This research examined how Hanuman is depicted not only as a heroic figure but also as a symbol of righteousness and divine justice. The journal article emphasized how Hanuman's global image often merges religious devotion with the action hero attributes, appealing to younger generations who might not engage directly with religious texts but are drawn to the larger than life qualities that Hanuman embodies. This fusion of mythology with modern storytelling keeps Hanuman relevant across generations and geographies, allowing his figure to transcend the boundaries of traditional religious worship. That's remarkable how Hanuman's legacy continues to grow in both spiritual and popular cultural spheres. It also appears that his symbolism is deeply adaptable across different cultures. Has there been any research or studies that focus on Hanuman's role in fostering community and collective spiritual energy, particularly in international settings? Yes, the collective spiritual energy associated with Hanuman worship has been the subject of various research studies, especially concerning how communal practices around Hanuman, such as group chanting or ritual celebrations, can strengthen social bonds and spiritual connectivity. One such study, published in an international journal on spirituality and sociology, explored the phenomenon of group chanting of the Hanuman Chalisa in diasporic Hindu communities around the world. The research analyzed how collective chanting in regions such as the United States, Canada, and the UK has created a powerful sense of community among Hindu immigrants. The study found that these gatherings not only fostered a sense of belonging among participants but also acted as a means of spiritual healing and emotional release, especially in times of distress. The researchers conducted surveys and interviews with participants who regularly attend Hanuman Chalisa chanting sessions in large cities. Many participants reported feeling an intense connection to both their cultural roots and to the divine through these sessions, reinforcing a sense of unity among diverse groups of people. The chanting of the Chalisa, particularly in moments of collective rhythm and vibration, was shown to create a palpable shift in the energy of the space, amplifying feelings of devotion, mental clarity, and communal support. Another significant finding from this study was the way Hanuman worship fosters intergenerational bonding. In many families, grandparents, parents, and children participate in the chanting together, creating a shared spiritual experience that strengthens family ties. The ritual practice of singing the Hanuman Chalisa, often accompanied by devotional instruments, becomes a cultural and religious bridge between generations, preserving tradition while adapting to new environments. There was also a related study published in a journal on migration and religious practice, which explored how diasporic Hindu communities have continued to celebrate Hanuman Jayanti in countries like Australia and the United States. The study highlighted how these celebrations become focal points for community gatherings, particularly in temple settings or cultural centers. Much like in India, the celebrations involve Anjaneya Homa, collective prayer, and the singing of Hanuman bhajans. However, the study noted that these events take on an added dimension. In a diaspora context, they serve not only as religious observances, but also as cultural festivals that help people connect with their heritage while creating a sense of solidarity among community members abroad. It is amazing to see how Hanuman's role as a community builder extends across the globe, especially through these shared practices. With such studies illuminating Hanuman's relevance in diaspora and global contexts, are there any emerging trends or future areas of research that scholars are now focusing on in relation to Hanuman and spirituality? Definitely, scholars are increasingly interested in exploring the psycho-spiritual benefits of Hanuman worship, especially in the context of stress relief, mental health, and emotional resilience, as we briefly touched upon earlier. But now, more targeted research is being conducted, particularly looking at how ancient practices surrounding Hanuman can be integrated into modern therapeutic settings. One emerging area of research is focused on how chanting the Hanuman Chalisa or participating in Hanuman-related rituals can positively affect neurological states. Preliminary studies in the field of neurotheology, a growing interdisciplinary field that explores the relationship between spirituality and brain health, suggests that repetitive chanting and ritual participation can have a calming effect on the nervous system, reducing symptoms of anxiety, depression, and even chronic pain. Some neuroscientists are now conducting studies on how mantras dedicated to Hanuman affect brainwave patterns, and early findings suggest that there is a distinct shift toward alpha and theta waves during chanting. These brain waves are associated with relaxation, creativity, and deep meditation. The theory is that repetitive chanting, especially in group settings, can activate certain pathways in the brain that promote mental clarity and emotional balance, much like mindfulness meditation. Another growing area of research is focused on how the archetype of Hanuman can be used in counseling and therapy, particularly in regions where Hindu populations reside in large numbers, such as the parts of the US, UK, and Southeast Asia. Therapists are beginning to explore how Hanuman's characteristics, his loyalty, fearlessness, and selflessness can be used as models for patients dealing with personal struggles. By framing Hanuman's stories as metaphors for overcoming personal challenges, therapists are providing clients with a cultural and spiritual lens through which they can view their own lives and inner strength. Lastly, there is an increasing interest in understanding how Hanuman's symbolism intersects with ecological and environmental spirituality. Some researchers are beginning to explore how Hanuman, as a deity associated with forests and mountains in the Ramayana, can inspire contemporary environmental activism. This line of inquiry is still in its early stages, but there is a potential for Hanuman to be seen as a symbol for protecting nature and promoting ecological consciousness, particularly in a world that is grappling with environmental crisis. These new directions in research sound promising, especially the neurotheological aspects and the potential for Hanuman's teachings to contribute to mental health and environmental awareness. As we look forward to these future explorations, what would you say is the most important message for devotees and scholars alike when it comes to the study and worship of Lord Hanuman? I think the most important message is that Lord Hanuman's teachings and presence are timeless and universal. Whether through personal devotion, communal rituals, or scholarly research, Hanuman offers us a profound example of what it means to live with courage, humility, and unwavering devotion. His influence transcends religious boundaries, touching people from all walks of life, and his teachings remain deeply relevant in today's world, whether in addressing personal struggles, building community, or inspiring spiritual growth. For scholars, the ongoing research into Hanuman's impact both culturally and spiritually is a testament to his enduring legacy. As more international research journals and focus on these aspects, it is clear that Hanuman is not just a figure of myth, but a living symbol of strength and resilience. His worship continues to evolve, adapting to modern needs while staying rooted in ancient wisdom. For devotees, the path of Hanuman is one of surrender and service. His example reminds us that true strength comes not from ego, but from devotion to a higher purpose. As we continue to celebrate Hanuman Jayanti, chant the Chalisa, and perform Anjaneya Homa, we keep alive this powerful tradition that helps connect us with our inner strength and resilience. May Hanuman's blessings continue to guide and protect us all. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and the latest research on Lord Hanuman. This conversation has truly deepened our understanding of its global significance and enduring impact. It was my pleasure. Thank you. Jai Hanuman. Jai Gurudev.